Hello everyone, so today we are back and we are comparing 4 dynamic microphones. And these are 4 rather affordable microphones. So number 1, we are taking a look at an industry standard, which is the Shure SM58. And joining that comparison will be the AKG D5, the Sennheiser E835 and the Blue Encore 100i. So besides doing some recorded clips, what we did here internally in the studio was to get a couple of friends down, one of them being our guest artist Kirsten Long. And what we did was we blindfolded her and we did a 2-part test. So the first part will be a so-called live testing of the mic. So we hooked up a monitor and then we got her to talk back into the mic, and then we played a backing track for the sing over, and we kind of got a few initial reactions of each microphone. Following that, we go into part 2 where we actually recorded a few lines of the song. So what you guys will be hearing then is the recorded track through each mic, and from there we can start listening to the differences of the microphone in a context of a mix.
Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? This one's a lot brighter, but I quite like I think it's quite balanced, but a little bit more high and mids. Yeah.
So you feel a bit more clearer than the
that's right. Yeah. Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? I feel like I have a little bit more control and space to kind of push my vocals like out there a bit more. Yeah, a little bit more dynamic range for myself, singing through this. Yeah. Okay, this feels like a little bit more dampened compared to the previous one. Hello! Yeah. Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? This feels similar to the first, but a little bit more high-end compared to the high-end, as in like wee bit brighter, but I feel like I can't push my vocals with this a lot. Yeah.
Clearer than the first one?
Clearer than the first one.
Less clear than the second one?
Yes, that's right. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, okay, this is smooth. Smooth, but not as much mid to low end that I personally would like, because my voice is a bit more like this. Yeah. Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? This is pretty interesting. Like for this song, I probably might just use this sound.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think my favorite is still the second one.
Second one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sounds like a whisper? While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about the revolution sound? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sounds? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sounds? While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution sounds? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sounds? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds while they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sitting around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sitting around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like 'cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. Oh no. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. Finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the employment lines, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, holding on. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, and on. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, and on. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, and on. Winner is the AKG. Also during the recording, it was the second.
It's the second mic. Yep. Second mic. Yep.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Close second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 58, and then the Sennheiser, and then
the blue.
The blue.
Okay. Alright. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A personal comment that I like to put forward based on these 4 mics is I felt that the blue Encore 100i had the most low end. Following, I'll put the SM58 in a similar group with the blue, being that it has the same depth and low end, or slightly less, but a bit more detail compared to the blue. With the Sennheiser, it seemed to have the most detail. Even the whispers tend to cut through very easily. And the AKG D5 seemed to have a nice balance of body and depth, along with presence and clarity. With that, check out musicbliss.com.my for pricing info. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and see you real soon. Ending this video will be a full cover of the song, with our guest artist Kirsten Long using the mic that she favors out of all the 4, which is the AKG D5.
Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. While they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. Poor people gonna rise up and take what's theirs. Poor people gonna rise up and get their share. Ooh, don't you know better run, 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 run. We say better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, and on. Time of revolution, while they're standing wildfire lights, crying at doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lives, sit around waiting for promotion. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? Sounds like a whisper. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Time of revolution, and on. Time of revolution, and on. Time of revolution, and on.